welcome to another CAD Dimensions Tech Tip. My name is Tom, and I'll be talking about direct editing today. I'm looking at a model here that I downloaded from a website, except this website only had the files as an IGES or step. So as I come into SOLIDWORKS, I brought in the geometry. When I look at it, none of it is mated together, and all my parts come in as dumb solids, so just these imported blocks. What I'm going to show you today is how we can do some useful modeling with these blocks. First thing I need to do is apply some mates to each of these components. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a couple concentric mates to start. Get those. Now this one I want tight to my base model. So I'll do a coincident mate. And the final mate I'm going to use is under the Advanced tab as a width mate. So I'll choose the outside edges and then my tab references here. So we'll slide that over. And we'll accept our mates, and now you can see the motion of my assembly here. As I grab the right view. So we can see right now that this serrated edge doesn't really cross my base, and I'm hitting back here. So I want to make a couple changes. The first one's going to be to this knife piece. So I'm going to open up this part. I'm not going to turn on my feature recognition, but as we can see, all I'm dealing with is imported geometry. I have no features to change. What I can use though is my direct editing tab, which if you right click on your tabs you can bring up, and I can use the move face command, and by selecting this hole I can actually drag my hole around and reposition it, and go ahead and accept that, and it's going to redesign my geometry here. So as I shrink out of this, you can see that my assembly is updated, and now I'm actually cutting through my base component. Alright, so that's the first part. The next thing I want to do is actually open up my base here, and I want to make some changes. The first one being, I want this part to be out front. I want it as a protection barrier. So I'm going to use the split command. And what the split command is going to do is use faces to cut this part into subsections. So I'm going to select these three faces, and I'm going to cut the part. I'm going to auto-assign the names and accept that this cut. So what this is doing is generating 9 separate bodies based on those planes that I want to cut the part with. So we can see now that I have 9 solid bodies, and this piece here is included. So I can use my move copy bodies command and actually drag this part up front with my copy selected. I'll go ahead and accept that, and I have a new part up front, and I can use my delete body to remove that old piece. Final command I'm going to use inside of this is my combined, and I'm just going to select all those solid bodies that I had in this part, bring it all together, and now I no longer have separate solid bodies, it's one body. I can bring up my assembly again and start to see that my motion's there. The last thing I want to do is an in-context feature on this component. So I'm going to go ahead and edit this part inside my assembly. I want to create a sketch on the top, and I'm going to turn this so I can convert my entities of that blade and use that to actually cut my part. So I'll do an extrude cut down to the top of my base. We'll accept that. We'll leave our edit mode, and now we have the design that I wanted based on the model I downloaded, but I can still apply smart features to these dumb solids. So thank you for stopping in for another CAD Dimensions Tech Tip, and we hope to see you next time.
Don't forget to check us out on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and our blog for more great content by clicking on the links in the description below.